Humans acting bizarrely, shadows moving unnaturally, and events that make no sense. Something about these clips are making people lose their sleep. So watch closely, because nothing here feels normal. A man passing through a quiet neighborhood spotted a barefoot woman moving in unsettling, jerky motions. Her twitching body didn't look natural, almost like something out of a horror film. For a moment, he wondered if he was seeing a zombie right in front of him. Not wanting to get closer, he chose to walk away, but the strange sight lingered in his mind long after. Silent pursuit.
Why are you following me? I'm not following you.
There's nothing more unsettling than realizing you're not alone, even in a crowd. A man noticed the same stranger everywhere he went, from the subway ride to the walk back home. At first, he tried to brush it off, but the pattern was impossible to ignore. By the time his doorbell camera picked up that same figure lingering outside, it was clear this wasn't coincidence. It felt less like chance, and more like he was being chosen.
Open the door.
Strange ritual. A group of women in India were caught on video with their tongues stretched out, making unsettling, high-pitched noises that echoed through the street. To anyone unfamiliar, it looked disturbing, even chaotic. But here's the twist, guys. It wasn't random at all. This was part of a traditional ritual performed during festivals to ward off evil spirits and bring protection. What seemed like bizarre behavior at first was actually rooted in deep cultural belief and centuries-old practice. Park stalker. While walking through a park in South Korea, a man spotted a woman sitting alone on a bench. He thought she might need help and stepped closer, but the moment she looked up, her face twisted into something disturbingly evil. Her behavior grew stranger. And suddenly, she started chasing him. Panic set in immediately. Unsure if it was possession or a severe psychological issue, he kept his distance, backing away slowly while never taking his eyes off her. Elevator shock. Two strangers got into an elevator for a quick ride, but things took a weird turn fast. One of them, grinning oddly, suddenly leaned in behind the other and sniffed her hair. The girl froze, shocked and confused. The quiet elevator only made it feel stranger. People watching later couldn't believe someone would act like that, and the moment left everyone wondering what was going through his mind. Pool possession. While cleaning the pool, this guy had no idea what was about to happen. Out of nowhere, a dark, demonic figure appeared and suddenly took control of his entire body. For a few seconds, he stood there frozen, but it quickly became clear that the entity had completely taken over. His body began to shake, and the scene turned frightening. His daughter rushed forward to help, but everything was out of control. In the end, it seemed only his own willpower saved him from being lost completely. Zombie stare. A group of people was spotted acting extremely strange, heads hanging low, movements slow and stiff. They barely seemed aware of their surroundings, almost like they weren't fully conscious. Watching them shuffle and sway, it's hard not to wonder, are they just dazed or something far darker? The way they moved and reacted made it look almost zombie-like, leaving anyone who saw them completely unsettled. Invisible force. In Mexico, a shocking clip shows 3 men trying to control someone acting completely unhinged. His legs lifted off the ground, hovering as if some unseen force held him up. Just when they thought it was over, he suddenly threw a chair, continuing his bizarre behavior. With no wires or tricks in sight, viewers were left stunned, convinced something creepy or even supernatural was happening right before their eyes. Wing lift.
Okay, but it does oh my god, I'm sorry.
During Ariana Grande's appearance on Hot Ones, viewers noticed something strange. As she reached for a wing, it seemed to rise on its own, defying gravity for a moment. Ariana laughed it off, admitting she couldn't repeat it even if she tried. Online, theories exploded. Some joked about hidden powers, others pointed to editing or angles. Still, the eerie clip left fans replaying, wondering what really happened on set.
Couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay.
Strange glitch.
What market in New York City?
At a Brooklyn Nets game, all eyes weren't just on the court. They were on Beyoncé. Sitting beside Jay-Z, she swayed oddly, her face blank, eyes fixed in a distant stare. It wasn't her usual lively energy, and the difference was hard to ignore. Some said she was just tired, but others weren't convinced. Caught on camera, the moment spread fast, leaving fans uneasy and questioning what they had really seen. Gate creeper. An Instagram user posted a short home security clip that quickly spread online, and for good reason. It shows a stranger scaling a tall gate with eerie speed, almost like it was nothing. The smooth, unsettling way he moved left viewers rattled, especially since no details came with the video. No backstory, no follow-up, just a haunting snippet that makes you wonder who he was and what he wanted. I freak.
1, 2, do it. What the?
A comedian, Hannah Stocking, stunned her followers with a short clip that looks almost unreal. On camera, she seems to shrink and widen her pupils at will, while friends react in shock. Some joked about aliens, others called it an edit. Scientists say rare cases of people can control pupils, while most can't. Real or trick, the clip sparked debate and curiosity. Know anyone who can do this? Flight frenzy. Mid-flight, a woman suddenly erupted in screams, her behavior spiraling into something no one on board expected. Passengers stared as she shouted and moved in bizarre, unsettling ways. When police stepped in to remove her, she didn't calm down. She put on an even stranger display, almost like a performance gone wrong. The whole scene left the cabin shaken. Shadow hunt. A user, Pink Nemesis, shared a creepy encounter two sisters had late at night. They spotted a cart full of strange-looking dolls and went inside, only for the doorbell cam to catch the angry owner yelling at them. That alone was unsettling. But then a dark, undefined shadow zipped across the hallway floor, moving unnaturally. Seconds later, another similar shadow appeared in the yard. At first, they thought it was a cat, but repeated sightings made it impossible to explain.
I don't go to your house and mess with your so don't mess with mine.
Jacinda Ardern.
You'll be right. You're probably out of shot over there. Okay, everyone's ready to go.
Live TV doesn't leave room for retakes, and sometimes that's when the strangest moments slip through. During one broadcast, New Zealand's Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern caught everyone's attention, not for her words, but for how oddly she acted on camera. Her expressions shifted in unusual ways, leaving viewers wondering if something was wrong. Social media lit up with questions, but no real answers followed. Silent Savior. Late one night, a man was driving down a quiet road when a bird suddenly crashed into his car, making him slam the brakes. At first, he was frustrated, wondering why that just happened. But as he looked ahead, his heart sank. Right past where he stopped was a steep cliff. That small, unexpected moment revealed something bigger. The bird may have just saved his life. Demonic girl. In China, a driver was suddenly stopped on the road by a young girl acting completely bizarre. Her movements were unnerving, her stare empty yet intense. She didn't speak, just froze and twisted in ways that felt unnatural. The driver, caught off guard, barely reacted as her strange behavior continued. Viewers watching the clip were convinced something demonic was at play, leaving everyone unsettled and questioning what they had just witnessed. Twisted moves. Julia Barney isn't just another TikTok dancer. She's known for something that makes people do a double take. In one clip, she bends her head back almost a full 180, a move so strange it doesn't look human. Sure, it's just flexibility, but the way it plays out on screen leaves you unsettled. Viewers joked about her spine being rubber, but imagine crossing paths with her at night. That image alone could freeze anyone in place. Elevator horror. A surveillance elevator camera shows a woman step in and check her reflection like any normal ride. Then, without warning, she jerks as if grabbed, palms slapping at empty air. Her face goes terrified. She stumbles and tries to fend off something no one else can see. Bystanders outside the car had no contact with her, and the footage raises the question, was she assaulted or under some unseen influence? Viewers remain unsettled. Frozen walk. On a busy street, a man appeared completely frozen mid-step, like someone hit pause on him while the world kept moving. Cars rolled by in the background, proving the scene was real time. People couldn't wrap their heads around it. Was it a medical episode, a glitch in video, or something stranger? Candle curse. A woman filming her birthday celebration captured something that quickly stole the spotlight. As she leaned in to blow out the candles, nothing happened. Then suddenly, the flames went out on their own. Guests laughed nervously, unsure of what they had just seen. Online, some called it a playful spirit. Others said it was only a draft. Either way, a cheerful moment turned eerie, leaving people replaying the clip for answers. Mission Impossible. In London, people stopped and stared when a man walked straight across the River Thames. Cameras caught him calmly stepping over the water toward the Houses of Parliament. The stunt aired on Mission Impossible, with his team insisting no camera tricks were involved. Viewers argued over wires, glass, or a hidden platform, but no answer ever surfaced. Sky illusion.
Do you see that? Oh my god.
Back in 1994, David Copperfield stunned the world outside the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. In front of live crowds, he levitated nearly 40 feet into the air and hovered between two buildings. No wires anyone could see, no harnesses, nothing obvious, just a man floating where gravity shouldn't allow it. People watched in silence, torn between awe and disbelief. It was one of those moments that felt impossible, yet unforgettable.
Do you see that? Oh my god.
Silent visitor. Just after midnight in Columbus, Ohio, a doorbell camera caught something deeply unsettling. A woman stood at the front door, her mouth stretched unnaturally wide, almost frozen in place. She didn't knock, didn't speak, just shuffled her feet with that eerie, unhinged jaw. For minutes, nothing changed. When the clip surfaced online, viewers couldn't shake the feeling they were watching a scene straight out of a possession movie. Dark ritual. A chilling clip shows a woman on camera doing something truly disturbing. She's seen inserting a needle into a young girl. At first, it looks inexplicable, even evil, but the act points to an old type of voodoo or doll magic. In this practice, a trace of the person's blood is used to channel spells, and the needle becomes a tool in the ritual, often linked to manipulation or nursing magic. Whether superstition or something darker, the footage is enough to make anyone uneasy. Massa glance. During a televised meeting in Argentina, cameras caught something unusual. A water bottle slid over on the desk with no one near it. The Minister of Economy looked up with a faint smile, which only fueled the buzz. Some joked about hidden powers, while others blamed a draft or simple balance. Still, the timing felt too perfect, leaving viewers replaying the clip and asking what really caused it. Terrifying threat. In Brighton, 2 would-be thieves crept toward a parked car until the homeowner burst out screaming. He charged at them, shouting violent threats in a raw, furious voice that sent the pair running and abandoning the vehicle. The sudden, terrifying confrontation was captured on CCTV and quickly spread online. People debated whether the aggressive bluff was reckless or brilliant, but it certainly stopped the crime that night. Robot Sentinel.
Look, she got eyes behind her lens.
A family at a public pool filmed the lifeguard moving in a stiff, mechanical way that made everyone pause. Her head kept sweeping back and forth, eyes tracking swimmers like a camera. The clip blew up online, with people joking she was some kind of robot watching the water. Experts and lifeguards pushed back. This is likely Ellis scanning, a trained, methodical routine used to watch every inch of the pool. Strange or sensible, the moment made viewers look twice.
She's the AI. Look at her.
Porch glitch. On August 11th, 2025, Lizzie's Ring camera recorded a knock that left her stunned. 2 people approached in one outfit, then, mid-clip, appeared again wearing different clothes, now matching pink dresses. She watched from inside and didn't open the door. Viewers argued, a timeline slip or a digital compression error mixing frames. No clear answer, no follow-up, just a quiet knock and a clip that forced people to replay it, wondering which reality they'd watched, and debate spread online. Silent puppetry.
She says, the question was asked, okay, if someone were to leave here today.
During a congressional address by Representative Stacey E. Plaskett, a moment in the background made viewers uneasy. A woman stood unusually still, her face blank, yet her lips moved before Plaskett finished certain lines. People online quickly suggested she was mouthing the words in advance. Some joked rehearsed responses, others floated darker ideas about influence or control. There's no proof, just a clip that left audiences unsettled and asking who or what was guiding her. The moment spread fast. Liberty vanish. In 1983, David Copperfield stunned a live TV audience by making the Statue of Liberty seem to vanish. He raised a curtain, dropped it, and for a heartbeat, the landmark wasn't there. Viewers in the crowd and watching at home were left asking what they'd just seen. Copperfield later brought the statue back, but the moment stuck. Part magic, part collective disbelief. And it still gets replayed and debated by skeptics and fans worldwide. Airborne mystery. A clip online shows a man named Alex in a moment that doesn't quite add up. He appears to be levitating. 1 second he's lying flat on the floor, and in the next, he's suspended in the air in the exact same position. No wires, no visible support, just a body hanging midair. It's the kind of footage that leaves people staring, wondering if gravity just took a break. Candle curse. A guy went live streaming what he thought was just a joke, pretending to perform a ritual with candles and fake chants. People laughed until every single candle blew out at the same time. The room went dark, and his joking stopped instantly. You could see the panic on his face as he bolted out, leaving viewers frozen. What started as a prank ended as a moment no one could explain. Vanished mystery. Back in 2013, surveillance footage from LA's Cecil Hotel showed Elisa Lam acting in ways no one could explain. She pressed multiple elevator buttons, stepped in and out, and made strange hand movements, almost like she was hiding or signaling to someone unseen. Strangely, the elevator doors never closed. This unsettling clip became her last known sighting, leaving behind one of the most haunting mysteries caught on camera. Unseen force. A man began noticing strange things in his home, cold spots, tension in the air, and noises he couldn't explain. One night, he held a cross and read from the Bible, hoping for peace. But instead, a book slid off the table, followed by the entire table dragging itself across the floor. His voice shook, but he kept reading until finally stepping out. Whatever was inside clearly didn't want him there. Gravity fade. An online clip shows a man who appears to slowly lift off the ground, hovering inches above the floor as his friends and viewers react in real time. At first, people called it a trick, then debates erupted. Wires, editing, or something unexplained. The streamer insists it's real, chat is split, and the footage sits on that strange line between illusion and something nobody can fully explain. Digital predator. Not every threat waits in the dark, some hide online. A recent case exposed someone pretending to be much younger on social media, trying to connect with kids. What started as casual conversation could have turned dangerous fast. Thankfully, they were reported, and a warning went out through the Safer Schools network. Mountain disguise. A mother in the mountains noticed a dark figure lurking behind her child, and panic set in. She threw stones to scare it off, but the shape didn't move, only watched. Locals warned of jinn that mislead and betray travelers in these parts, and suddenly, the warnings felt real. She grabbed her child and left fast, shaken by the idea that something unseen claimed those hills as home. Headless walker. On a street in Ipoh, Malaysia, a passerby filmed something impossible. A man walking along with no head. He moves calmly, like nothing's wrong, and people around him barely glance up. The clear footage rules out obvious pixel issues, which made viewers split between a camera glitch and something stranger. Either way, the clip unsettled many. A quiet, eerie moment that kept people replaying the same frames. Hospital horror. A patient listed in critical condition suddenly sat up, moving in jerky, unnatural motions that made everyone freeze. Nurses rushed in, but he broke free with alarming strength. His eyes were wide, his face tense, and he bounced on the bed in a disturbing rhythm. It took multiple staff members to restrain him, leaving witnesses shaken and questioning whether what they saw was purely medical or something far more sinister. Vanishing man. Driving late at night is already tense, but imagine this. 1 second the road is empty, the next, a man is just there. No warning, no sound, just standing still like he dropped out of nowhere. Cars pass, yet nobody reacts, almost like he doesn't belong. The creepiest part? He leaves no shadow behind. Some might call it a trick of the light, but deep down, it feels like something that shouldn't exist crossed into our world. Strange outburst. Sometimes human behavior doesn't make any sense at all. A man in a mask was seen hammering away at a door like he was desperate to get in. But the second it broke open, he turned and ran. But what was the point? Was it anger, fear, or something else we'll never understand? Dark possession. A man kept waking up confused. Frustrated, he set up a camera in his apartment to catch what was happening. Watching the footage, he froze, his body contorted unnaturally, moving in ways he couldn't control. Some called it demonic possession. Others wondered if it was just his mind playing tricks. Either way, the recordings left a chilling question. What was really taking over him? Robot guards. During a live broadcast of a Prime Minister's meetup, viewers noticed something strange. The security guards weren't just standing still. They were twisting their heads in odd, unnatural ways, almost like glitching robots. Their movements were too precise, too mechanical to be normal. People online started questioning if it was just a trick of the camera, or if something far stranger was happening right before everyone's eyes. Superwoman. A schoolgirl walking home in Japan dropped her perfume bottle, and it rolled under a parked car. When she bent down to retrieve it, everyone watching would be stunned. She grabbed the car and moved it aside effortlessly, as if it weighed nothing. The surprising display of strength left passers-by frozen. The CCTV footage quickly went viral, leaving people questioning if it was just a trick or if she really possessed unbelievable, almost superhuman power. Subway chaos. A woman struggled near the subway doors, swaying and blocking them as they tried to close. For a tense moment, it looked like she might stay there forever. Then suddenly, she was dragged along the floor as the train started moving. Onlookers were shocked, but it soon became clear. She was under the influence, explaining her bizarre and unsteady behavior that had everyone on edge. Creepy stalker. A user shared a chilling clip showing a man moving oddly, legs seemingly upside down, frozen in place like time itself had stopped. It was unsettling just to watch. That same night, the uploader's bank account was emptied, and he started waking up between 3 and 3:30 a.m., feeling watched with a heavy, almost vibrating pressure around him. The eerie connection left viewers questioning if this figure was more than just a man. Window stalker. At 6 a.m., a girl woke to loud banging on her window. Outside, a man was climbing completely unhinged. Was he just mad, or was something far more sinister going on? The scene was terrifying, and it left everyone watching frozen. Imagine waking up to that. What would you do if a stranger suddenly appeared like this at your window? Home intruder. After a workout, a woman returned home, unlocked her door, and stepped inside, only to find someone already there. Her Ring doorbell captured the chilling moment. A stalker waiting in her empty apartment. The fear wasn't just in that instant, it stayed, making her own home feel like the most unsafe place imaginable. Sometimes the scariest threats are the ones you never see coming. Creepy smile. During a live broadcast in China, one camera captured a moment that left viewers unsettled. A woman turned toward the lens with an eerie, almost supernatural smile, something that didn't seem humanly possible. She tilted her head slowly, adding to the unsettling vibe, before suddenly correcting herself as if nothing had happened. What made it even stranger was the complete lack of reaction from the other women sitting beside her. The moment was brief, but it left everyone watching deeply disturbed and questioning what they had just seen. Eerie man. During a late-night walk, someone caught a truly unsettling sight. A man was perched on top of a pole in a way that seemed completely impossible. His arms swayed slightly, and his body leaned at an angle that should have sent him tumbling, but he didn't fall. Watching him, it was hard to tell if this was sheer strength, some kind of bizarre skill, or something far darker. The clip left viewers questioning whether what they saw was humanly possible at all. The subscriber's pick. In this scene at Dunamis International Gospel Center, a man in a wheelchair was brought in for prayer and healing. Pastor Paul Enenche placed his hand gently on the man's head, and immediately the atmosphere changed. The man's body began convulsing, his face twisted, and it was as if a powerful force was struggling within him. Witnesses could hear screams and see the intensity of the possession. Then, in a dramatic turn, the pastor commanded the demon to leave. Almost instantly, the man's body relaxed, the supernatural presence vanished, and he stood up, walking confidently without the wheelchair. The crowd erupted in awe, capturing a moment that felt both terrifying and miraculous. It's hard not to discuss how quickly and decisively Pastor Enenche restored him. See you next time!